the big change moment was being diagnosed at the end of 2020 with stage 4 cancer, and just to make that even worse, given 6 months to live.
Lord.
What then happened was, once you deal with that diagnosis, it changes everything, because you start thinking, have I done enough? And although I looked at it and thought, we've probably got enough for 7 or 8 years with me not here for the family. What are we going to do? And then I started to realize, shit, I hadn't done enough at all. But I thought I was bulletproof and that I was going to live forever.
Let's
And
back up.
so
You obviously were able to buy the house.
uh, the house was the
You
house
were
was
able
already
to
bought.
buy the house since university.
No, not because of the diagnosis. That in terms of anything
No,
else.
I mean, you said at the very beginning that you couldn't afford a house, coming out of university.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Then you went
yeah,
into sales, and so I'm just,
yeah.
not
No,
side piece. You were able to buy a house, get married to a beautiful woman. You've got a son now. This is where you are in 2020.
yeah. And so asset wise, okay, but cash flow wise, I just felt I cocked up on a number of things I hadn't done enough. And then to top it all, going into January 2021, my path was they were going to take the cancer out, which they did. And maybe that would give me a few more months. There was no other expectation than that. So the cancer came out and I got the original strain of COVID. This is big pre-vaccine. So vaccines started to come in around February, March of that year, 2021. And it was obviously key workers that got them first. So I was early. So we had to get through that. And it was at a point when nobody knew what was going to go on. It was like a 28-day window of left or right. And it was a difficult time for most people. So I've got the original strain of COVID and I've got cancer. But it turns out that they think the COVID was what cured me of the cancer, because I'm now 5 years further down, 6 years down the line now, from 2020 to the beginning of
Wonderful.
2026. And so I'm out of that remission phase. Uh,
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can't just scapegoat over that, like, "Oh, yeah, I had stage 4." And there was something that your son said to you that made you.
Yeah. So in that moment of going through the cancer, there was a 10-day window when I've got COVID and I'm recovering from cancer, and my temperature was through the roof and my it wasn't good. But every morning, my son, who was Thomas, who was then age 10, would come in when he woke up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, because he was on lockdown too. For him, it was a holiday. They did most of that year playing Xbox. So, 7, 10, lunchtime, afternoon tea, because we do afternoon tea in the UK, of course. And then at tea time, he'd come in and just chat from the door. So just to give listeners a view in their minds of our bedroom, not that I want everybody in our bedroom, of course, but you've got a big TV on the wall, black. The bed is black. Everything else in the room is white. And out to the right, there's beautiful views over rolling hills, which is a view from our bedroom that we're privileged to have. And to the left, over in the corner, there's a door coming into the bedroom. And just to the left of that, there's a dressing area that leads through to an ensuite. And then there's me in this little bed. And he opens the door and he can't come in because you've got to be distanced. And he'd just check on Dad. But we would catch up on what he was doing. He'd ask how I was, but we'd use that to try and get him. He was trying to teach me how to be better at Xbox so we could game when I got better, right? And so I'm not very good at Xbox, and he was very patient.